space cadet, so you don't fret when your check engine light comes on in your rocket on the outer edge. You say your pledge and you pray that your wings are fully fledged. You've left the atmosphere and brought no fear, even though you've lost control of the ability to steer. So directionless, you cannot miss when you're firing an astronaut straight into the abyss. And you swing around the moon, leave orbit towards Jupiter. You'll be there next June, and you'll land on Mars this May. Just a dead, barren wasteland is what they used to say, but you wouldn't believe your eyes, son. With Olympus months on the horizon, just the first stop on this cosmic highway. Sirius, Io, and Europa, the next along the way. Armstrong would be so proud, inspiration trailing like comets through the Oort cloud. The plains of infinity is a likely place to choose when you're searching for divinity and a universal truth. You've spent your entire life wandering and chasing for glimpses of an underlying fabric of creation, and unless there's a knowledge of space travel is long forgotten. This may be the closest anyone has ever gotten. You wouldn't believe your eyes, son, with Olympus months on the horizon, as you're blazing past Saturn and Titan, and you're gazing into Neptune from Triton. Well, you wouldn't believe your eyes, son, as the star collapses into a diamond. Far too brilliant for you to be frightened, as you're standing face to face with Orion. And I struggle with the clutter and the empty beer bottles. I haven't made it out to get groceries groceries in a month, and I never remember to drink enough water. Oh, here's another headache times 10. And every other week I seem to lose a close friend. Well, I wonder if this losing streak will end, or will I keep burning bridges again and again? And wouldn't it be like me to think that you're over there wondering if I miss you at all? Well, I would and I do, and I don't, and it's true that maybe I'm as full of it as everyone I know likes to say. Well, hey, let me first say, no one's asking me anyway, okay? Hey, let me then say, no one's listening anyway. You swear that you love me with a drink in your hand, that you'll always be there even when you can't stand. Well, let's push back these plans till we forget that we can and die a bitter old man. I've been pacing circles on my roof, paying rent by the minute to be conflicted in my room. Well, this home's just a ball and chain, dumping energy into something with nothing to gain. And these bills won't let me seek peace. I'd love to leave Earth, but can't afford to break the lease. What a gift it is to be alive, but what a chore it'd be if we never get to die. And if there was a ghost in the wall, they tell me to stop waiting or I never will at all. Just get into your ship and fly, or keep living for a lie. Or will I sacrifice the rest of my life for money? Or will I sacrifice the rest of my life for your change? Or will I sacrifice the rest of my life for power? The rest of my life for nothing more than to die full of rage, only to die full of rage, only to die full of rage, die full of rage. Sacrifice the rest of my life for your change? Will I sacrifice the rest of my life for power? Will I sacrifice the rest of my life for nothing more than to die full of rage? Die full of rage. Die full of rage. command. Teach me your love with the backside of your hand. Ignite me, great woman, with incredible things. Come to my kingdom, have me as your king. Fight me, foul woman, howl with me at the moon. Throw me over your shoulders, spear me like a harpoon. Strike me, strong woman, your palm surely stings. You know it's never over till the giantess sings. 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 You're a fragile small warrior, bold of you to try and dance. If you best me in combat, maybe you deserve a chance. Come at me, small warrior, go ahead and take a swing. You know it's never over till the giantess sings. Incite me, young warrior, for I don't think you'll win. Go ahead and come on over, let me wipe off that grin. Now go tell the other soldiers I'm the new queen, and watch me give the royal bloodline the guillotine. Till the giantess sings. 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 Beware the Jabberwocky, my son, the chance that bite the claws that catch. Beware the Jilja bird, and shun the frumious band to snatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the maxim foe he sought, and rested he by tum-tum tree and stood a while in thought. And as in uppish thought he stood, the Jabberwocky, with eyes of flame, came whistling through the tulgey wood and burbled as he came. One, two, and through, the vorpal blade went snick a snatch. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwocky? Come to my arms, my beamish boy, O frappe to stay, Kaloo-Kalay, they chortled in their joy. 'Twas brillig and the slidey toves, the gyrant gimble in the wave. See where the blower goes, and bubble wraps out brave. Beware the Jabberwocky. Beware the Jabberwocky. Beware the Jabberwocky. Beware the Jabberwocky. Till the Giantess sings. Kill the giant with me.
Okay, so welcome to Locals Live, guys.
Thanks so much.
We love having you here. I first want to start off with just introductions. If you could say your name and what instrument you play, that would be wonderful going down the line.
Yeah, I'm Danny Shaw. I play guitar and I sing in the band.
I'm Charles. I play drums in the band.
Matador Hamilton. I play the bass and the didgeridoo and some vocals.
Oh, okay. So what is your band origin story, if you will? How did you guys get started?
So it actually goes back quite a way before we were actually Giantess, but me and Matador have been friends since high school, and he was a couple years older than me. I saw him at a talent show in high school and was just like, oh man, he plays guitar too. And then we ended up meeting eventually, and he actually knew my older brother and was like, oh, you're DJ's little brother. And so we just started hanging out right away. Yeah, we look a lot alike, people say. He's like the corporate version of me. So we started playing guitar together and just hanging out a lot. And he was in a couple different metal bands, just just over the last 10, 15 years. And so we lived together at one point where I was writing a lot of music at the time, so he's known a lot of my songs forever anyways.
Yeah.
And then we were at a little festival, I want to say it was 2018, it might have been 2019. Oh yeah, it was 2019. We were at a little festival. And
That was the first time I met you too, Danny.
yeah, so that was where me and Charles met. I was at this festival.
Matt
And
and I were in a group together.
Yeah, it's called The Company of Fools.
It was like a funk
That's cool.
pop kind of band.
Yeah.
It's kind of EDM fusion with it too. And anyway, their bass player didn't show up, and they're like, "Danny, can you play bass for us?" And so I drove home real quick, got my bass, and then because I do a little bit of bass too, but not
drove
nearly
home
as much.
hours.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was
And get
2
there
hours.
by our
I might have
set.
actually gone to his house. I can't remember if it was my house or his, but I don't remember what bass I played. Anyway, though, I went and picked one up, and then came back and we played a sunrise set. It was 5 a.m. And then we played for it must have been 2 hours. But their singer lost his voice mid-set because it was a big music festival. You know, everyone's screaming, shouting for their bands and stuff. But so he lost his voice, so me and Matador switched. Yeah, so we started playing some of my songs. I just started playing guitar, Matador played bass, and then fast forward maybe 4 or 5 months, me and Matt, we started...
We started recording an album.
Thank you.
The Danny Shaw solo project.
Yeah.
Which we ended up recruiting Charles to play drums on, and I helped with some of the other instruments too. And then our good friend Adam Lansky helped us with a lot of the tracking and mixing and mastering. And that kind of ended up, after we finished all that, we were like, well, maybe we should just keep this going, and kind of bounce it around for a while. And Danny was doing some solo shows, recruited Charles a little bit, and it's kind of a little bit of a bumpy road, but it ended up coming into this formation.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, so after I played at the IHOP house, shout out IHOP, that was just such a cool show, and I was like, okay, we got to get a full band thing for this, because it was just a solo gig that I did that night. And so that's when I hit up Charles, and we started doing a duo thing for a second, and then Matador jumped on with us as lead guitar. We had my good friend Braden Hirsch, shout out Braden. He was playing bass. And it just, over time, we just kind of found ourselves as a three-piece, though. It's hard to keep a whole band together,
definitely. And you said that you all had solo careers. Do you still have solo careers outside of the band?
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm into reggae and metal and hip hop also. So I play with a lot of other groups as well. And but yeah, it's just been a total pleasure working with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've just been playing solo gigs since I was 20, pretty much. So I've been doing it for a while, and then Matador has been in some metal bands as well.
Yeah, I was in a band called Feel Connected, and it was progressive rock, and then Chaos Collective after that, which is progressive metal band, and those were out of Salem. And then I also like to make electronic music too, but mostly, I mean, at this point, I'm really excited to be doing what I am doing, because I feel like I get to kind of take all the musical things I've done in the past and kind of shove them together.
How would you explain your sound? Because I know that you all have different backgrounds and stuff in music. How would you explain the sound of this band?
I feel like it's a cop-out to call it progressive alternative rock. Mm-hmm. But
I know it's every rock.
Yeah, I mean, you can call
band.
Tool that, and you can also call Glass Animals.
We were talking about this yesterday. What did you call it? You said it was.
Reggae metal.
Yeah.
Reggae metal. Yeah.
Reggae metal,
I like that.
but at a medieval Renaissance festival.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
It really paints an image.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I've always told people it's if The Offspring and the guitarist of Tool and then Sublime all met on a pirate ship.
Or at a music festival.
Or the Renaissance Medieval Festival,
But they really wanted to have a mosh pit.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Something like that.
Something kind of like that. It's definitely taken a different turn since like the ideas that I had originally, just writing them on acoustic guitar.
That's true.
You know, and adding drums and bass, just like.
And didgeridoo.
And didgeridoo.
Yeah, and it makes me.
Don't forget about it.
It's so since then I've kind of switched to playing electric, which isn't my main. It hasn't been my main thing for a long time, but so it's kind of interesting just adding this like heavy distortion sound to a lot of them.
Restructuring songs around that sound too.
Yeah.
That's cool that it develops kind of as you go, though. I feel like that's how it is for every band.
Yeah.
Have an idea and then things change. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. It's so much so it can get a little irritating at times where it's like, no, we
structured it this way.
We
Yeah,
changed
we did
it
it
last
that way.
week, man. Yeah, but yeah, we're getting it, and it's coming together pretty nicely.
And I know you guys are kind of new to the scene. What shows have you performed at, or like what shows do you plan to perform at as a band?
So we did a gig back in July with our friend Tosca. She was playing drums that night. And so we kind of had two drummers for a little bit, and they were kind of filling in the shows that the other one couldn't get to, basically. So we played that at No Nations here in Corvallis, and that went really good. A lot of my friends were there, but they didn't realize that we were Giantess. So they're like, "Oh, this is your band?
Yeah.
That's awesome!" And so that was a really good turnout. That was actually my birthday too, so it was a really fun birthday.
We also played at Barsidius.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
we
played at
We
Barsidius.
played a Barsidius brewing show that was in Lebanon.
Okay.
I forgot about that
that's
one
not quite
actually.
Corvallis.
That was also with Tosca, and that was also with our old bass player Braden Hirsch as well. And then just recently we played a show in Salem at the Bad Space, which is Matador's bar that he's running the booking and stage for and everything.
I'm the manager of a new music venue in Salem. So
Well, that's pretty
called the Bad
convenient for your band then, huh?
it's
Yeah.
pretty convenient.
Yeah. I've
we
been working at No
definitely-
Nations, and he works at a venue too. All three of us work at a venue
Yeah.
right now, all in different
Perfect.
towns. So it's kind of funny. It works out. We've only played at one of those venues since that has been the case. But
You haven't
We're gonna do
exhausted
something
them
about
yet.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you can't play your own venue too often.
Yeah.
Because
I'm booking this every weekend.
And lastly, I wanted to ask about your didgeridoo, because
Oh, yeah.
you brought it in today and I was super interested in it. What songs do you perform with it?
Well, we performed in our title track, Giantess. Obviously, that was in the beginning and in the outro of that. And then also in Jabberwocky, which is, that's a Lewis Carroll. That's
it's a poem by Lewis
yeah.
Carroll, just with some original guitar
Oh, cool.
riffing on it and drums.
Well, I figured out, I played didgeridoo for a long time, but at some point I was like, what note is this thing? And I was like, you know what? It's a D. And I was like, this would be the perfect thing to use as bass in a rock song. And so we've kind of been running with it and finding situations to use it in. I have another one in another key too that we're not busting out tonight. But
Yeah, we would do that like while we were like camping at like music festivals
Yeah.
and stuff too.
Yeah.
I'd be playing acoustic, and then he would bust out the didgeridoo. I'm pretty sure you're the first person to ever bust out the didgeridoo on that song. But
has anyone else ever done it with it?
I feel like they probably have, but I don't know. That song,
They can't take my spot.
we wrote that song and added the poem to it when I was like 17, so it's existed for a while at this point.
I feel like it definitely sets you guys apart.
Yeah,
Having
that's what we
such a
like
cool
to think. At
instrument.
least our goal is to modernize the didgeridoo in rock music. So
Put that in your description. Well, we loved having you today. You performed a great set, and yeah, thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
thank
having
you so
us.
much.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.